Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News on Osbc TV. My name is Tajuddin Amodu. The Supreme Court has scheduled judgment for this afternoon in the appeal filed by former Osun Governor Mr. Oyetola against the election of Senator Ademola Adeleke. Mr. Oyetola, by his appeal, seeking the reversal of the March 25 judgment of the appeal court in Abuja, which affirmed Senator Adeleke's victory in the last governorship election in Osun State. The appeal court had, in its judgment, set aside an earlier judgment by the Osun Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, which held in favor of Mr. Oyetola and sacked Senator Adeleke. A 5-member panel of the Supreme Court announced the time and date for judgment after taking arguments from lawyers to both parties. Senate President Ahmed Lawan has said President Muhammadu Buhari gave assent to 104 out of the 162 bills passed to him by the 9th Senate. Ahmed Lawan and Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila declared that the 9th Assembly performed far better than 5 others before it since 1999. The 9th Assembly presiding officers also lamented the misperception and misunderstanding of the 9th Assembly by some Nigerians who wrongly labeled it as a rubber stamp one. Speaking separately at the welcome dinner organized for senators and members-elect for the 10th National Assembly by management of the National Assembly and National Institute for Democratic and Legislative Studies in Abuja, the duo said the good governance-driven performance of the 9th National Assembly stemmed from a harmonious working relationship with the executive arm of government. The federal government has been urged to reverse the depreciation of Naira by helping the currency regain its value. The Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò Gani Adams stated this at the celebration of the 2023 edition of Wealth Festival in Lagos, noting that the depreciation of Naira had affected the country in the global market, asserting that the currency is of a little value to the Ghanaian cedis, South African rand, Namibian dollar, among others. He recalled that there were good memories of some years when Naira was equal to United Kingdom pound sterling and even higher than the American dollars. Meanwhile, the Central Bank of Nigeria said it will sanction banks assisting the operations of unlicensed foreign firms. It stated this in its guideline for the regulation of representative offices of foreign banks in Nigeria, signed by the Director of Financial Policy and Regulation Department, Muhammad Musa. It stated that any CBN-regulated entity found to be assisting, supporting, harboring, or facilitating the presence of operations of an unlicensed international financial institution in Nigeria shall be liable to severe sanctions, including suspension or revocation of their banking license. Members of the public have been advised to ignore the fake news and disinformation alleging the administration of Governor Ademola Adeleke of extortion of 2.9 billion naira from local governments. A release by the spokesperson to the governor, Malam Olawale Rashid, said the rumor also has it that the governor intends to demote 1 million workers, noting that the administration is governed strictly by due process and transparency within the context of public finance regulations. Malam Olawale maintained that the state governor has zero tolerance for corrupt practices as it focuses on delivery of good governance and people's welfare. He assured citizenry that the current leadership is nurtured by open government principles for good governance. Now to sports. Head coach of Burkina Faso on the 17th team, Ibrahima Traore, has said that the team is now focused on their quarter-final game against the Golden Eaglets. This followed their 2-1 victory over Cameroon in the last group stage match of the Under-17 African Cup of Nations. The 49-year-old tactician praised his side for their resilience and doggedness in their game against Cameroon, which earned them a spot in the last 8. He added that his target is to clinch a World Cup ticket and was confident that his boys can beat Nigeria. Burkina Faso will face a tough task when they play Nigeria Golden Eaglets in Algiers on Thursday. And on the foreign scene, the Senegalese court has handed opposition figure Ousmane Sonko a 6-month suspended sentence in an appeal of a defamation case that could jeopardize his run for president next year. He received a 2-month suspended sentence and a hefty fine in March for defaming tourism minister Mamin Baye Niang. Boubacar Size, a lawyer for the minister, told reporters that the sentence will rule Sonko out of the 2024 presidential vote if confirmed, following a 6-day period for appeal. Sonko, 48-year-old, came third in the 2019 presidential election and intends to stand again in 2024, but the 2 court cases could ruin his candidacy. Reports gathered that Sonko is also facing trial later this month for alleged rape and death threats over a complaint filed by an employee at a beauty salon where he went for a massage. And also on the foreign scene, more than 600 people have been killed in a new wave of extreme violence in Port-au-Prince, the capital of Haiti. According to the office of the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, declared that Haiti had been in the grip of political and economic crisis. This follows the killing of at least 846 people in the first 3 months of 2023, in addition to 393 injured and 395 kidnapped during that period. The Caribbean nation, which is the poorest in the America, has been gripped by a political and economic crisis since the July 2021 assassination of President Jovenel Moïse, with gangs now controlling most of the capital, Port-au-Prince. And that ends the midday news on OSBC TV. Join us at 3 for the state news. Good afternoon.